Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. And today, I'm going to be explaining why the Switch 2 is actually way too cheap and should cost between $800 and $900. Now, to anyone who thinks that the Switch 2 is too expensive or if any of the games are too expensive, you're just a hater, and I'm going to change your mind in this video. So let me get into my first reason, which has to do with this right here, the PlayStation 3, which released at $600 on release in November of 2006. Now, guys, when the PlayStation 3 released for $600, nobody complained about the price. Everybody thought it was fair. And guys, the Switch 2 literally is a more powerful console than the PS3. And if you look at the price of the PS3 today, you'll see that it costs $950. So really, Nintendo is quite generous for giving us a console for only $500, where it should really be like $1,000 to $2,000 because of the fact that it's more powerful than the PlayStation 3. But guys, moving on to my second reason why the Switch 2 should actually cost more money, and that is because of the fact that the Switch 2 actually comes with controllers. So literally, when you buy the console, you also get controllers, which is a huge benefit to buying the Nintendo product here. You can see you get a controller, you get a controller piece, and you get a dock, all included in this Switch. So you're buying more than just a console, which warrants an extra $300 or $400 added to the price. I mean, guys, if you even look at like the grip here, it really looks like it costs Nintendo tens, if not hundreds of dollars to make. And that's also why I really think that the controllers are a little too cheap, like $90 for these high quality controllers. They should be more like $150 to $160. And this charging grip right here should be more like $70 to $80. These straps look extremely high quality. It looks like they put a lot of work into that. So these should be more like $50 to $60 because I bet they're losing money on these. And guys, even the camera is only $50, which people are complaining about. But if you look at similar cameras to here, you could see like it's $4,000. And let's be real, the Nintendo camera is a lot better than this piece of junk right here. And guys, if you even look at like the camera quality, you can see that this is a beautiful 4K image. And this is just from the $50 Nintendo Switch 2 camera, which looks absolutely beautiful. But guys, the next reason why I think the Switch should be $800 to $900 is because of the cost that it takes to go from America to Japan. Guys, if you look at flights from like America to Japan, you will see that they all cost thousands of dollars, which is even more than the price of the Switch 2. So Nintendo will always have to pay $1,000 whenever they send you a Switch. So guys, they're basically handing it out for just like $500 when it costs them more than that to make. Nintendo is such a generous company, and I cannot believe that anyone would ever hate on them. But guys, the next reason why the Switch 2 should cost more is because it uses magnets. Now, if you guys didn't know, magnets are actually extremely expensive and they cost a lot of money to make. They're a very precious resource because, guys, if you didn't know, magnets will actually attach to things. As you can see in this, like the magnet literally connects the Switch, and that alone is worth $1,000 easily. But Nintendo is so generous, they just give it to us for a measly $500. And if you think that's too much, then you shouldn't even buy one. You should not be complaining. So yeah, if you don't like it, then don't buy it. Now guys, the next thing I want to talk about actually regards games. And it's the fact that digital games will cost $80 and physical games will also cost $90. Now, a lot of people are complaining, saying that this is too much, but honestly, I think this is a perfectly fine price. In fact, it should probably be more like $100 for Nintendo Switch 2 games. Because if you look at the price of like crappy games like Red Dead Redemption 2, it costs $27. And if you look at Elden Ring, which is basically just off-brand Zelda, you'll see that it costs $32. And guys, if those two games cost that much money, then I think it definitely warrants the Nintendo Switch 2 games like Mario Kart being $90. And even a game like Black Myth Wukong, you're telling me that this at $74.99 is better than Mario Kart? I don't think so. Because guys, if you even look at Mario Kart World, it just looks cool and it looks like it's worth $90. And some people are arguing that the physical game should not cost more. But guys, I actually think that physical games should be completely removed and it should all be digital. because carrying games is kind of annoying to do, and I don't like switching games. So I think they should just be completely removed, and you should actually just get like a license for the game when you buy a digital copy. And I think that people in the Nintendo community should get used to not owning the games. In fact, I really think that Mario Kart should just be a subscription service where you pay like $30 a month to play Mario Kart. That would be a little bit more fair to the general consumer. But yeah, Nintendo, they're very generous, and they're making it only $90. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour, which people think should be a pack-in game, but I think that's a really bad argument. And they announced the price at just $20. Now, I was actually really disappointed when I heard the news that it was just $20, because I really thought it would be $60 to $100 like the Mario Kart game was. And guys, if you even look at the game, it looks super good. Like, guys, how can you make this free? But guys, be sure to like and subscribe to the video. And if you disagree with anything I say, then you're wrong. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.